Hi, and welcome to the second episode of the Little Red Mitten podcast. I'm Kerri.
And I'm Jolyn.
And we are the owners of Little Red Mitten and
the dyers behind Leo and Roxy Yarn Co.
So, thanks for watching our episode last week. That was quite a treat for everyone. And here we are for episode 2. So we had our big whip parade last week, and I've got a few FOs to show because I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, you've got way more work done than I did. I have a couple finished objects that had very little left to be done on them.
So I guess we'll just jump right in. And the first FO I have is, it's been hanging.
Oh, we didn't show this as a whip.
No, it was hanging on the wall in the mitten since we bought the shop at the beginning of 2019. And so I just on a whim took it off the wall and brought it home, and I used up all the rest of my Noro that I had to finish it. And this is what that's what we're dealing with. So it's just lap size. I think I might have changed the stitch. I don't know, these stitches look smaller than these stitches, and these corners definitely look smaller than these corners. But I didn't write it down, so I used all the Noro that I could find in my stash, although I didn't do deep stash diving. So if I find more, I will add to it. The great thing about crochet, it is really nice. It's super 70s, but it is Noro Silk Garden, so that's awesome. A little different. Yeah, so that's it. What have you got?
I've got nothing of real interest. I finished these socks that last week were almost done. I think they were here on the second sock. So I finished a toe of these socks. Yeah.
You're just busier than I am, though.
I have been in the garden and outside a lot. There's a lot of work to be done around my house, and
you've got the whole hobby farm thing, and you've got kids at home, and big kids, but there's still kids at home that take your attention. Where I do not. It's all about me at my house. So the second whip that I got done is also crochet. It is a pattern that I found recently on, I guess I found it on Instagram, but it's TL Yarn Crafts, Tony, and she's a crochet designer for Lion Brand, I think. I think that's her main gig, but I've been watching her podcast. She's very personable and unlike us. So I did this little halter. It is out of the Manos Milo that's behind us, and I'm pretty pleased with it. It was cute. Soft. Yeah, it softened up quite a bit after blocking, or it could be it's still damp. It has this bobble stitch on it, and ties at the back, and just straight single crochets down the back.
How's it fit?
I will definitely need a racer back tank under it. I will not be wearing it in public because I'm not, at my age, side boob's not cool. My 21-year-old daughter loved it. She figures clubbing in this will be good. So I have had a request for another one, but it's cute. It fits nice, and but I'll definitely need to purchase a top for underneath of it.
Which one do you got?
I just have the one.
This is going to take half a second.
Oh,
a dishcloth.
That's awesome.
No, it's not. It's just a dishcloth. Nothing thrilling about it, but it's finished. So
it is finished, so that's good. Yeah. And my last FO is the Rocket Tee by Tanis Fiber Arts. And I knit this in BC Garn Tussa Tweed and Rowan. Oh, and Rowan silky lace. So
I'll make it our visitor.
Yeah, we brought a visitor. Anyway, so that's done. We'll probably make another one of these in something else.
Come here.
Yeah, we're distracted because I have a visitor here. She was just causing trouble. This is Roxy, Leo and Roxy's namesake.
Yep.
We don't have Leo here.
No.
That would be bad.
Leo won't be here.
No. So Roxy is a green cheek, a normal green cheek conure, and she is about 3 years old. She was 3 in April, and she's a good little bird. She's in very bad feather right now because I have another green cheek conure who they've become fast friends, but my other conure is, his name's Piper, and he is a barberer, which means he doesn't pull his feathers out. Yeah, he does. He does pull his feathers out, but he just destroys them. He overplucks or overpreens, and now he's taking it out on Roxy, so I'm not sure what to do about that situation, but we did post a video. I don't know where it is now. Would it be on our Instagram? IGTV?
I don't know. I'm sure we can post it as a separate video here on YouTube. And
okay. It's just a tour of the bird room at my house, and yeah, all the birds.
You be gentle. You be gentle.
So, what are you working on right now?
Nothing really. So, I have my Rift sweater, which I showed last time.
Did you get any more done on it?
I did. I put a put a progress keeper there, little flamingo.
Ah, cute.
And so I've done about 1.5 inches or
there you
so.
Go. That's all right.
On this.
Good. Yeah. It's lovely. I love the feel of it.
Yeah, it's great. I'm excited about this one.
I love this little detail on the side. The twisted rib.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Oh no.
This is why Kerri's needles are all
chewed up
with.
And also my Instagram and Ravelry name, This Roxy Knits, because I cannot knit without her involving herself and eating my progress keepers and stealing my stitch markers and destroying my Chowgu cords, and yeah. Yeah, she says. What else? This is what I'm working on. I just picked it up last night at about 9:30.
So is this your next one that you want to get finished?
Yeah, so I'll concentrate on this until it's done. I'm just finishing up section 5. It is the Breathe and Hope shawl that Casapinka, thank you, that Casapinka put out for LYS Day in April.
Yeah.
Knitting it out of Olin fibers and hedgehog fibers, both skinny singles. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, that's it. I've been in the garden. I'm usually outside until the sun goes down, about 9:30. And then my house is still a mess. And
I'm usually on the couch. So,
so yeah, most nights I haven't even picked up knitting because by the time
What are you building right now? You're building like a chicken coop?
Chicken tractor.
A chicken tractor. For those people who don't know what that is.
A chicken tractor is like a coop and pen combo that is movable so that the chickens can help work the ground on the farm. So you can move it however often you need to, every couple of days or so that they can eat all the weeds and the bugs and add their poop and everything to the ground. That's super cool.
And then do they go like up to lay eggs? Or is that a separate unit?
So we're building this one for the young ones who are not laying eggs at this moment.
Okay.
But yeah, you can put some nesting boxes in there. We'll put perches in there because they do want to perch.
Okay. How tall is it?
7 feet.
Oh wow. Okay.
You can make them low. You can make them, just above, the ground, like the heights of the chickens, like not far above them. But no, this one's one we can walk in and grab
cool.
waters and
oh, that's neat.
Feed them and everything.
You have to show pictures of it. Take pictures of it. Well, that's good. What else? I do nothing.
You do nothing?
I come to work and I go home and I knit. I don't cook. I rarely cook. I rarely clean. That's about it. It's so embarrassing. But actually what I have cooked in the last couple of weeks is so healthy. I've cooked ice cream. I've made ice cream. So I have a dairy allergy, not lactose, but the protein. So it's always a challenge finding sweet treats that don't have dairy in them. So I found it, and I don't have an ice cream maker. So I found a no churn ice cream recipe, and I've made it twice now. They both come out differently both times. It's 5 ingredients. It was from the Minimalist Baker. If anybody wants to look it up, just look up no churn ice cream. 5 ingredients. It's like a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, dates to sweeten, almond milk, and full fat coconut cream. Is that 5 ingredients? Oh, and a little bit of vanilla. That's the 5th ingredient. And you just whip it up. You're almost making like a mousse in your stand-up mixer. And then the first time I poured it into a Rubbermaid container.
Okay, yeah.
Or not Rubbermaid. That feels like a tote. Tupperware. A Tupperware container with a lid, and put it in the freezer. So it was kind of icy, and it was like this giant ice block. So I had to get out a sharp knife and heat it up and slice it like a pie so you could get it out. So this time I used my noggin and I put it into my silicone egg bites mold. That worked out much better because now it's like a serving.
Mm-hmm. Do you eat just one?
I do just eat one because it's very, very rich with the full fat, way richer than ice cream. So yeah, you can't eat much more than maybe it's a 1/2 cup. So yeah. This time it was a little grittier because I used the coconut cream. It was like a paste in a box instead of a can.
Puree, maybe?
Yeah, so I think it was the fiber from the coconut cream that made it grittier. Still good.
It's good.
Yeah. So I'll play around with that. I'll let you know how it turns out the next time. What else have you been doing? Watching anything? What have you been Netflixing?
Well, I started watching, is it The Politician?
Oh, what's it? I don't even think I've heard of that. Which one is that?
I think it just came out, season 1 or whatever. I think it's a Netflix original. It's
Okay.
It's like, it's based in high school, but I don't think it's not geared towards teenagers.
Okay.
But a high school student, it's his ambition to become president of the United States, so he's running for president of his senior class.
Okay.
And it's quite interesting.
Yeah, I'm watching Parenthood for the 3rd time through.
I've never watched that all the way through. I think
it's such a good feel-good show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like when it was, is it still on? It's not still on.
No, it's not still on. I think it was 6 or 7 seasons, and
I feel like I might have watched the first season or something when it was on.
yeah, it's good. It kind of reminds me of my family when they get together because it's very talky. Everybody's talking over each other, so it brings some anxiety, but it's all right. Reading anything?
I read The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, how was that?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
No.
No? Has anybody watched Handmaid's Tale? I'm sure there's lots of people.
Lots of people have watched it.
Is it like, oh, this is bad. It was a big show with like medieval with a lot of fighting. Winter is coming. What is it? Game of Thrones. I should know that. Did anybody watch that? I couldn't watch it. I watched like the first episode and I almost had a
I can't see it being like that.
No?
No.
Okay. Because that was violent. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I could not watch it.
I haven't watched it. I'm thinking, now that I'm done the book, I'm thinking I might, order Crave for a couple months and watch it because that's what it's on here.
Okay.
HBO and which you get through Crave. So, yeah, I might when I'm ready.
To watch that.
Might wait till the fall and then order Crave.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what made me get the book and read it, was that the show was out and everybody was talking about it and stuff. So
it's neat. It seems like every time we go somewhere, Handmaid's Tale was filming there. In Cambridge they were filming, and Toronto, in New York.
Yeah.
Probably not so much now, but
I don't know that there's going to be much TV next year.
Yeah, I know. I love This Is Us.
Yeah.
I love that show. And as soon as lockdown went in, they announced on Instagram that they were going into hiatus or whatever. And so I don't know when we'll see that again, but what a mess in the States. That was a lot of cases yesterday.
Oh, I didn't see.
They had like 50,000 new cases yesterday. 10,000 alone in Florida.
That's crazy.
They're saying that the border between Canada and the U.S. might be closed for like up to a year.
That's what I read, that article, the one article about that a couple days ago. But that's
a long time.
That is a long time.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd tell you more about ourselves today, and we thought we'd tell you about our pets. And
you thought we had a lot of whips.
Yeah. if you thought last week's was a lot of whips, wait until we go through this list.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Should I start?
Maybe start with. Well, I started with Roxy for Leo and Roxy.
Okay. Yeah. So our yarn line, Leo and Roxy, is named after Roxy, and my sheep, Leo. So I've got 3 sheep. They are Rambouillets. Leo is the first one. He is 3. I think he'll be 4 years old in September. And then his brothers are 6 months younger than him. So I've got Leo, Socks, and Gansey. And
they're big.
They're very big.
They're bigger than your average sheep.
They are much bigger than your average sheep. So we had to have the vet out a few weeks ago for Gansey. And when I called, because they had to bring anesthetic and stuff, I had estimated their size just based on their breed and everything. And I said, I think they're, 190 pounds, which the vet, I think, thought I was exaggerating because sheep are about 75 pounds. There's many breeds of sheep, but like most of the ones around here are quite a bit smaller than my guys. So when they show up, excuse me, there goes Roxy. When they show up for Gansey's surgery and stuff, they had to call to the vet clinic to bring more meds because he's actually closer to 300 pounds. And I think Leo and Socks are probably around the 190-ish mark, but Gansey had testosterone that little bit longer than they did, and he's very big. So so those are my biggest animals.
Yeah.
And that's 3. I'm gonna keep a tally because I don't actually know. Literally tally marks. Yeah. So I've got 3 sheep. Do I keep going?
Yes.
Okay. Name something.
Chickens.
Right now we have lots of chickens. I'd say probably about 42.
Holy Hannah.
There's the chicks.
Okay.
I've got 36 babies that are about 3 weeks old. And maybe a little bit more than 42. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot. So, chickens.
We'll insert a picture of the meat chickens, little meat ones that you got last year. And yeah, Jolyn made the mistake of bringing them to work after she picked them up, and my daughter was here, my youngest daughter was here, and absolutely fell in love with them. And then
they're very cute.
They're really cute. And then she was informed what they were for. And that didn't go over so well.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was a little upset. But that's okay.
Not upset enough to become vegetarian or anything.
No. Goodness, no. No.
So
that reminds me of when I was a kid. My best friend had a hobby farm. Her parents had a hobby farm. And they had rabbits. And there was a bunny. And I was allowed to keep my pet bunny at their house. So I named it Kisses, and Kisses the bunny, and then the bunny grew up, and then I remember going over there one weekend for a sleepover, and I said, "Oh, Mrs. Dallaire, this is great chicken.
No.
This is really good chicken. Yum, thank you." She goes, "Oh no, this is actually Kisses. They killed my rabbit."
That's horrible to actually tell you too.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no bullshit there. They just... So, as you can tell, that left a lasting impression on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
That's cruel.
At least your kids know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't name the meat chickens.
Yeah. Okay, so that was 36 chicks. That's a lot of ticks. And
36 plus... Okay, let me actually count my hens and my roosters right now. There's 3 roosters and there's, I think, 5 hens. So
do they have names?
8. No. All our hens used to always have names. These guys are quite wild right now.
Okay.
That's part of the building some new structures is to rein them back in a little bit. They'll always be free range. They'll always be, out there eating bugs and
because you were having problems finding their eggs before, right? Because
they hide their eggs.
Yeah,
they feed them to my dog. They like to do that. But
the dogs would love it.
Oh yeah. They just wait. They just sit there, wait for the chicken to leave the egg and then go and eat it. Yeah. So yeah, trying to at least rein them in a little bit so that they're laying in one spot or a couple spots. And they'll probably all get names again once we're like I could be wrong. My kids could have names for some of them. I just don't know them right now.
Yeah. Do you have rabbits?
No more rabbits.
Okay.
I never had rabbits to eat.
No, because I remember when we first met, you did have somebody had bunnies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kitties.
Oh my god. I'm gonna get this wrong. 8. I think there's 8 cats.
Oh my.
Right now.
Not all inside.
Mostly.
Kiddo.
Kitten still needs to be fixed so she can go back.
Basement kitten?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I gotta stop snapping that. We had 3 cats, 2 inside and 1 barn cat. And then we inherited 3 cats. When my sister-in-law passed away, we got her 3 cats.
There's 6.
And there's 6. So did I say 8?
Yeah.
So it might only be 7.
And then you found a kitten in the cellar.
Yeah, so then my husband goes down to the basement and there's a cat in the basement. A kitten, like 8 weeks old. And I get a phone call or a text or something saying, what is this? And I have no idea. I still blame him. I said, where did you bring this cat from? Because he's the one who found it, so it falls on him. But our basement isn't you can't access our basement from inside our house. It's a cellar, so it's got like a Wizard of Oz door to get in.
Wizard of Oz door. I'm sure it has an actual.
It might have an actual name, but yeah. So that's how a cat ended up in the basement without us knowing. So we're pretty sure the barn cat brought it home to be taken care of, and so she is old enough to be fixed now, and she'll be able to go in and out with the barn cat once she's fixed. But the vets were closed, and there was no getting her fixed. So I've forgotten since they've opened in the last 2 weeks here to call and book her in. Yeah. So yeah, she will be a barn cat. She's a good hunter. And Roxy,
welcome to my world.
Yeah. So that is way too many cats, in case anybody's counting.
If you're thinking about getting 7 cats, it's too many cats.
It is too many cats. Oh my gosh, it's too many cats.
Is it 6 too many cats?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Our two were okay.
Yeah.
My barn cat's awesome because he does his business outside. There's no litter to deal with there. He hunts.
Yeah.
He's such a sweetheart. He follows me around. If I go for a walk, he follows me. If I'm in the hammock, he lays underneath the hammock.
So basically it's 4 to 5 too many cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Okay. Let's talk about your dog situation.
Oh, gosh. I've got 4 dogs.
3 indoor.
3 indoor, 1 outdoor. He's my outdoor guy. He's a livestock guardian dog. We got him to protect the chickens, and he takes his job very seriously. He's so sweet.
He does a pretty good job with Amazon deliveries too.
Yeah. I can't believe they even delivered to that part of the house. Anyway, he's huge. He's, I don't know, like when he stands on his rear feet up, he's way taller than me. He probably weighs about 100 pounds. He's not super heavy, but he's a big guy. And yeah, he takes his job of protecting his chickens very seriously. When we let the other dogs outside, he scares the chickens away so that the other dogs can't get them. The other dogs do not want to get the chickens. They will not get the chickens. They would just hang out with the chickens. But Remus wants to make sure his chickens are okay. And yeah, he does his job well. He's the sweetest. Such a sweetheart. So.
And then your indoor guys.
Yeah. So Molly is my oldest. I didn't name any of them. Sorry, Roxy's running around like a crazy person. Molly moved to the country with us from the city. She is a King Charles Cavalier mixed with a beagle. And like her grandmother was a beagle. She's supposed to be King Charles Cavalier. She's a beagle. Yeah. Like, yeah, she's a beagle. And so she's 12, I think. I think she'll be 12 in September. And then after we were out in the country for about a year or so, Oliver showed up on the property. He was abandoned at the side of the road. He's a Bichon or Bichon mix. So he weighs about 13 pounds. He's just this little white curly haired thing. So we took him to the vet and searched to make sure nobody lost him, but we were pretty certain, and the vet was pretty certain, just with where we live, that he was abandoned. So he was a mess. He had ticks on him and matted hair, and yeah, he was quite the mess. So yeah, he's been with us for 8 years.
Wow.
7 or 8 years.
And he was a puppy when you got him?
No, he's probably 4, I guess.
Okay.
So yeah, he's my protector. He's so sweet. By sweet, I mean he would growl and freak out at other people, but
yeah,
until you pet him, and then he's fine, and he can't bite, so it won't hurt. But yeah, he's my buddy. And then Bella is the newest addition, and she too was from my sister-in-law. So she's a pugapoo, so pug poodle mix, which is a very interesting look. You should Google it. She looks like a little terrier, basically. She doesn't look like a pug. She doesn't look like a poodle. She looks like a wired hair terrier, but her tail curls up like a pug.
Does she have a flat face?
No.
Okay. No. Is she built like heavier at the front end?
She's slightly heavier at the front end, but not to the same degree. And her paws do the turn. Do the turn out.
Yeah.
But like I had to look it up and be like, okay, let's see if this is really what she is. And yeah, sure enough, there's a whole bunch that look like her.
Wow.
Some end up getting some of the pug markings and they look a little funnier, but she's just gray, dark gray.
Yeah. And then you got your birds.
Is that all?
I think
We
so.
stopped tallying.
Oh yeah, I could catch us up. You talk about your birds.
So I've got Roxy, come here. Come here, Rox. Step up. I've got 2 green cheeks like I've got 2 green cheeks like Roxy. So one of mine looks like Roxy. She's a regular green cheek. Yeah. Her name's Dobby. And then I've got one that has a yellow belly. Yes. And her beak is tortoise shell instead of the black. And she is a yellow-sided green cheek. Same size, same look, just some coloring in different places. And they are about a year old now. So I've had them for about 6 months. Yeah, so Roxy started that. Didn't you, Roxy? Yes.
Yeah. Birds are awesome pets.
They are great pets.
Yeah. They all have their own little personalities and they're underrated. Sometimes overrated if you ignore the mess.
Yeah.
They do make a mess. They're messy.
Dusty and
yeah. So there's my tally.
60?
You have 60
That's a lot.
non-humans living on your property.
That's a lot.
That's a big number.
That is more than my whips.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you saying?
Definitely.
You're talking a lot right
So in my house, I actually have to do a tally because we've lost a couple of birds in the last few weeks. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So we're at 8. Is that right? 8. We're at 8 birds. So I have 2 budgies, Charlie and Dave. They're a couple. I have 2 African fire finches, Bird and Brandy. I have a Congo African gray, and her name is Frankie. She's 10 this month, and we've had her for 2 years. She was a rehome, and it's taken pretty much the full 2 years for her to settle in. She'll live until she's about 60. So yeah. we've got a game plan because she'll outlive us. Roxy, green cheek conure, and then Roxy's buddy Piper, who is also a green cheek conure, but he's a fiery shoulder, so he's got like orange and yellow feathers if he would actually leave them alone. He's got orange and yellow feathers on the tips of his shoulders. And our newest bird is a Senegal, and she's also an African breed. She's kind of size-wise in between Roxy and the African Grey. Doesn't sound like a lot, but she'll be about 360 or 370 grams. And she's really coming into her own. She's a different type of bird, so she's not a true parrot. She's I'm not even going to say what it is because I don't know how to pronounce the Latin name for her. But she's got a bigger head and a bigger beak. And maybe I'll insert a picture of her. As she matures, her head will go darker gray than what it is now, and her eyes will turn from gray to yellow. So she's a real sweetheart. She's about, I guess she's 4.5 months old now. And she's getting a lot stronger and more coordinated and more mobile. So she's very cute.
She's very cute.
Yeah. And her name is Beatrice. So that's it.
Did you say the finches? Did I miss?
I said the finches, yeah.
Okay.
Bird and Brandy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's about it for my house, and they're all contained in one room. I mean,
thank goodness mine are not.
Yeah, it's our bird room. It's not an aviary, but all the cages are in one separate room, and then they come out, and the big birds come out and spend time with us every day. Usually, they're very intelligent, so we try to have them out. I'd say they're out 5 or 6 hours a day. Usually 3 hours in the morning, and then 3 to 4 hours in the evening through COVID. Now that'll change once things get back to normal. Oh, she'll read that. Yeah. Once things go back to normal, we're actually working a normal 9 to 5 work day. They're usually out for an hour in the morning, and then from 5 until 10 at night. I guess it won't change. It's just split up differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good math on you, Kerri. So that's it. That's it for my house. It's a little less animal heavy.
A little less.
A little less animal heavy.
It's a lot of birds, though.
Yeah. I kind of want a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poodle.
I really want a poodle. Or a dachshund. I would take a dachshund.
Mm-hmm.
I would love a cat, but it's a lot of stress.
With the birds.
With the birds, yeah. My youngest daughter has her own cat. She brings her to visit, and they get along famously. Like Frankie, the African Grey, is the boss of Mia, and when Mia meows, Frankie will go, "What?"
So did you mention that they can talk, or who can?
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah.
So green cheeks aren't overly known for talking, but they can pick up words. Roxy will say baby bird and are you my baby bird. I don't know if you would know that that's what she's saying unless you know her.
No, it's not super clear.
It's not super clear. No. Frankie has quite a big vocabulary. I haven't really counted her words, but she probably has at least a 50-word vocabulary.
At least.
At least.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And she's always coming up with new things. Mm-hmm. Her newest is, "Come on, babe." Because I guess I say that to her. And what was the other one? Oh, she said, "Hello, Piper."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, last week. So that was good. It's always fun when she comes up with new things. And she whistles and just talks to herself when she's in her cage in the afternoon. And
fire alarm.
She knows the fire alarm. She knows the beeping on the microwave, the kettle, and the Instant Pot.
Okay.
She knows the different tones of all those.
Yeah.
Whenever you open the fridge door, she says beer.
For quite a while there, back in early spring, late winter, if I walked into your house, "Want an apple?"
Oh yeah, want an apple?
Because I feed her to try and win her over. So.
Yeah, all treats are apples.
Yeah.
So it's a banana apple, a cheese apple, a peanut apple.
Pine nut apple, yeah.
Pine nut apple. What else? Oh, she knows the routine. So I think they are very, very intelligent, but I think it's triggered by routine as well. So whenever we go to put on our shoes, she says, okay, see you later. Gotta go to work. Work, 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 work. And then she says, Alexa. She wants Alexa on for her music.
Yeah.
So she's funny.
She's hilarious. She's awesome.
So yeah, that's about it. That's all I got for the animals. So
me too.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us. We're pretty I don't know what the word is, envious of the podcasters who can do this like it's second nature, and it's difficult.
Yeah,
it's a little bit difficult. So we'll get better at it, and maybe we are awkward by nature. So
we are very awkward.
I'm sure we'll get better at it. But thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.